So it is Monday, the 28th of April. I want to go over a trade from last week, which was on the 24th last week. It was a break-even trade. So, standard stuff. I've done my analysis looking at higher time frame, lower time frame levels, and the idea was like so this here came down into a daily imbalance over here. and then we had this strong push up, breaking levels like here, here, and here. There's an imbalance here. It perfectly rejected off. So I just thought, alright, now we're rejecting. Are we making a lower low to continue up? Potentially. There's also this gap here, which is filled in now. So, intraday levels, the plan was to take out Asian lows to then continue to Asian highs, which it did, or even previous daily highs, whatever. But what happened was I entered here, we had a push up, and then that was like more than a 1-to-1. So so I went break even, got stopped out, and it went to TP. But it's whatever. It's whatever. My analysis kind of played out great. Like, I thought it was going to come into this imbalance here, reject, and then sweep. So swept the lows. Yeah, I think the issue was we had this break, and I kind of entered because like this candle here, the red one on the 5, I was kind of pulling back into here, but really I should have listened to what I drew before, because obviously look, you've got this, and you've got this, which is this, and then entry here, which is this. But it doesn't matter. It's a new week now. Might as well do today's analysis while I'm here. What are we saying? Got 2 days left of the monthly, or 3. You can see bullish on the monthly. This imbalance has been filled, so it could just continue up. Look at the weekly. So you can see this weekly, previous weekly is opened, closed bearish. Got a little weekly imbalance here. I don't know, does it want to tap and then flip? This is also a little order block. Let's make that obvious, it's weekly. Let's have a look at the day. This is the imbalance I was talking about on the intraday level earlier. That it came and tapped and then rejected. So we had our push up, then we had our push down. So high, higher, low, higher, low, and then could we continue for the weekly bottom wick towards here? I'm not sure. This could definitely flip for all we know. You see that big rejection Still looking pretty bearish. So like, obviously we swept here, had a push up, but then you can see this high was respected. Obviously this one was. And then, alright, it's push down, push up, respected, push down, respected, quickly tap, tapped into 4 hour imbalance, rejected. Got 4 hour imbalance below here. Oh, wrong one. Also, I guess a little order block there. So we could be looking for this to fill. This could be a target for today, to be honest, because look, new lower low, new lower high, tapping into here, bam bam, maybe. That's just the 4 hour. What else can we see? Not quite closing, not really breaking out here. Probably would be more ideal for see like a strong push on the 1 hour first. Feel this imbalance continuing down. This is kind of quite nice. So like push up, disrespected, disrespected again, retracement. Also an OTE. Imbalance there. Yeah, I more want to see like a bit of a stronger bearish push, perhaps. 30-minute. Right, let's look at some levels then. So we've got Asian lows. We have Asian highs. We have previous session high, or previous trading day high. Just want to see where the previous weekly low is, which is interesting. I just want to look as well, like how the days went last week. You got Monday, Tuesday. So you can see Monday made the top wick. Tuesday made the high. I'm guessing that's Asian open. And then the rest of the week. So you can, I might picture the weekly candle when we do this. So obviously the weekly candle had a massive wick up, and then it went to flip around here to make that bottom wick, and then Friday where's the close? Yeah, closed to make it bearish, kind of doji. So what could we see this week? So this is Monday. So this is what I'm picturing. So when I was talking about the higher time frames, could Monday and Tuesday make the low of the week, bottom wick coming here, Tuesday, Wednesday start to flip, continuation all-time highs. I think it's going to be an interesting week. Is there any news? Oh wait, let's go back to setups. Yeah, so a little bit, so start of the week I'm a little bit bearish, just to come fill stuff like here. That could be a target. Where could we get entries? There's a high. There's obviously a high here, high here, high here. We're currently obviously in a discount in this range. Discount. So not looking for any sells yet. So you can see, look, this range push down. If you come to the 50%, continue. Let's take the Asian range. Push down. Come back into a premium. Now we're continuing down. To be honest, I think I just want to let London form. I'm not going to push for a trade today. Like, we've got levels. We've done a bit of high time analysis. Big imbalance. Got rejected off. This could come to Asian lows now. But yeah, let's see what happens in London, to be honest. There's not much really here. What's DXY do? Also looking at DXY. So you can see, pretty bearish. Now had a push up. Now we're kind of not really doing anything, so yeah, maybe just give it some time. I'm not gonna rush anything, not gonna push for anything. There's obviously liquidity sitting up here, liquidity sitting here, there's probably imbalances in here. So this going up tells me gold coming down, which makes sense and aligns. But let's see what happens in London. TBH. If we could see, maybe just mark out a couple highs. This is London's current high. This is another high. Could be some areas where we could look for rejections. But yeah. Finally, is there any news? No news today. We got Jolts opening Tuesday. Oh yeah, start of the month, isn't it? Yeah, NFP week. But yeah, we're not gonna push for anything really. Like, yeah, that's it from me. Peace.